Good morning, all you soul-inspired beings. Gina and Gus for your daily sip. I think today's May 28th, 2025. I think it's a Wednesday. Anyhow, we're here with you. This nice, almost like June gloom morning, but I don't mind the June gloom. It reminds me of summer days when I was a kid, and it's a nice day, nice way to start the day that's going to be pretty warm later. What inspires me to come on today, as I often have reflections and inspirations on my walk, is reminding myself and you, as you're creating, is also to surrender to your own creation. Because like anything else, that too can suck in all of our attention and cause you to contract and slow the flow down of your inspiration, and or keep you from moving on to the next part of that creation or next creation you're going to move to. And only you know when it's complete, right? But I feel like any other thing you are building, there's stages to the building, and there's a surrender in every process and stage of that building along the way, right? So you do it, and then you surrender, let go, maybe step back, or go take a break, right? It's kind of, if you're painting, and you get stuck on the painting. This can go for writing as well, or any creative project, or if you're an engineer, you're stuck on something, you just can't quite see the next thing that may bridge together one point to the next. And it's so important in that moment is take a break, surrender to that moment, and let go. And that's when inspiration returns to you and through you into the body, right? The light comes through you into the body through your circuitry, right? So if we're working with masculine and feminine principles, the light, the masculine, coming down into the body, the feminine. And then you begin to work with those energies creatively together in harmony to create whatever that next phase of your project or building is. And so some of that is also our ascension process and waking up to life. Waking up to your soul, that you are a soul within every aspect of this body. Your presence is within every space that makes up this physical manifestation that is you. And to be patient, because so many of us lose patience in this awakening process, is to be right where you are and surrender to this moment, this eternal now, and allow each day the breath to come in, the light to come in through the breath. And as I'm here, all these lovely plants are beginning to move for us. And let's see these here, because Gus had nudged the other ones a little bit, but they were already moving, saying good morning. So as you take time, that can be also a process, and connecting more with nature and really communicating through your sensory abilities. This is how you work with also your expanding your ability of telepathy and communication through the mind center, the third eye, that whole component and complex, but also the heart. It's all working together, and your connection with the earth. So the more you're connecting taking time to walk and pay attention to how are your feet touching the ground. How are you walking through your life right now or this morning? Is it a gentle pace or are you hurried? I used to go hiking with this one woman, and we hiked very differently. She was all about getting the hike done and to her destination, and I was more of a wander and to pause, climb on things, literally physically change my perspective by sitting on a rock or standing on a rock, because even a few feet in height adjusts your perspective and allows like, oh, wow, I didn't see it that way before. So that too is surrendering to your routine, surrendering to the process, and where does your heart take you? Where does the energy, the rhythm of earth, of life take you? So this is one of the things I feel, many things right now, as so many of you have probably been feeling the energetic shifts within your body and within the planet. Those are, you're sensitive. And maybe you're like, God, I don't know what's happening, or isn't this going to be over? And the process of ascension, the more I keep sitting with it, I'm reminded that it's an infinite process. And we're just at one stage of an infinite process. And to return to oneness. And I was reminded recently that that too is a fractal. So we're fractals within a larger fractal of source light. And the more all of us return to the light inside us, and then you're holding a certain vibratory frequency, and you unite together. Gus. You unite together in one energy, one common purpose. It really amplifies that integration of light that many of us are moving toward. Right? Integrating our shadow aspects into the highest version of light that we can in today, in this moment, while recognizing there's so much shadow coming up for people. And once you think you're done, you're not. Something triggers you, you feel it deeply. There's a contraction, there's a deep emotion, and that's perfect. But this is where your self-mastery comes in. Your ability to alchemize that, recognize it, and go, oh, okay, something is hitting me on a deep cellular level. Deep cellular level. And it's coming out and I'm feeling it through the emotional body. Now, how might you take a moment to allow that process of your cellular structure to be free of this energetic imprint that is being expressed through emotion, because it's just energy, right? Emotion, energy in motion. And acknowledge it, reconnect yourself with your, as many of you hear me talk about, your 12D shield technique of grounding and integrating through the earth's core, but you're also connecting with your crystalline body, your Merkaba, down through your brain, the pineal gland, the pituitary, and merging those centers, taking that energy down through your light column, your central nervous system. And as we hear the crow kind of confirming some things for us, all the way down through you, through the earth star, into the core, central core of the earth, the divine feminine energy, the mother arc energy, the aquamarine. But you take your energy down to that space that's just held for you, so you can ignite and bring into the physical your Christos Sophia energy, which will then emanate out through your body, through every cell, every particle, and every space in between. So for those of you a little farther along in your process, you have a sense of what I'm talking about. Those of you that perhaps are a bit new to your awakening and are really feeling like all these emotional things, and I really invite you to be mindful if you're using the word trauma, and to have a new relationship with that experience, because that word and experience has infiltrated so many of us that we're leaning on it as a crutch, as if something's wrong with you. And nothing is wrong with you. You're feeling energy being shooken out of your body. So when you breathe, in, expand the belly, and out through the mouth, you are telling your nervous system that you are safe. And you calm and regulate the nervous system. And you can visualize that energy coming down through your system, calming it, down through the crown, through the central nervous system, through the center column of your body, through your energetic centers, down through the perineum, into the earth's core, and back up. This is also called a unity breath. So it's not something to be hurried with, depending on what you're feeling in the moment. And the more you do it, the more it just becomes easier, because you're creating a new pattern for yourself and recognizing, I am okay. I'm okay. I'm having these feelings. I'm having this emotion come through the body, and it's releasing out of my energetic patterns. You're releasing fear patterns. You're releasing very old experiences, or really existing experiences in your multidimensionality of the self. So the more you learn to alchemize the aspects of yourself that come through emotion, through contraction, through a response of some kind, you can recognize, like, oh, I'm integrating something here into the highest version of myself in the eternal moment of now. Because every aspect of you, every parallel universe, timeline, soul life, ancestry, it lives inside you right now. And as someone once recently said in a group conversation, everything's open. It's so exciting, and be curious. But be curious about you and what's opening within you. And what can you do to assist yourself integrate, stabilize, stay in your body, and to be expressed in your fullest. That's all I have for you in the moment. Much love to you. It's Gina and Gus, the Daily Sip.